So, episode 10. One little thing I was going to bring up last time. We're not using those travel rules, you'll be pleased to hear, because as we decided they were pretty rubbish. So, I might come up with something else for that. I don't know. We'll find out. But anyway, the recap. Last episode, our party of adventurers made ready to leave Porthbury once again and head out to the forest city of Oro Farne. Opal took advice from one of the Crimson Blade men and bought the service of a willing donor. Rolio spent money on provisions and a more suitable wagon for the trip. Meanwhile, Gottel also took a precautionary measure and stocked up on animal blood for Opal. They all met an old homeless woman selling umbrella hats to protect from what might fall from the coming Tresson migration, and learnt of a giant roaming the countryside somewhere north of Porthbury. They finally set out and eventually met the giant, who turned out to be friendly and just taking a walking holiday. They also dispatched a band of gnolls, but besides this, the journey was pretty uneventful. They finally arrived at the forest where Oro Farne is situated, and they noticed a forest spirit probing their minds to see if they were friend or foe. They also noticed some beautiful choral music floating on the air like a whisper, and after a couple more days trekking through the forest, they finally arrived at the city, woven into nature and at the base of the Jade Mountains. And this is where we pick it up today, and the start of a brand new chapter in this story. I don't remember, I haven't gone back and checked, how many days Opal has since she last fed, so I'm just going to be generous, and I'm going to say you've got 4 days that you'll be all right for, because I think you went hunting anyway, didn't you, and caught an animal or something. So you've arrived a little weary from the road. After all, walking and travelling by cart this far would be enough to weary even the hardiest of traveller. Oro Farne is like no city you've ever seen before. There are no buildings or streets as you'd recognise them. Instead, the trees themselves are living buildings, walkways of interwoven branches with limbs that reach down to the forest floor to pick people up and rise magically to reach the various levels of the city above. On the ground level, moss and grass weave their way through bushes of flowers and fruits, forming the pathway. As the road enters the city, the density of the forest breaks to create a more airy space, but with a thick enough canopy that during the day light dapples through gently, meaning fireflies are still evident even during the daylight hours. It casts the forest in a radiant light. You see all different peoples here going about their business. They pay no mind to travellers. They know they are safe. If you meant harm, you wouldn't have gotten this far. The locals, or natives, are mostly fey creatures and elves. They dress largely in the same manner. They wear an item of clothing called a morko hampe. It is what you'd know as players to be like a kimono style sort of dress. There's a few variations of it, but they're all fairly similar, and they all depict different artworks of the culture, like flowers, dragons, that sort of thing, the stars. Among them are those who have settled here or travelled much as yourselves, and they stand out much like yourself. They're not dressed in this way. But as you enter, the most prominent feature in front of you is a mighty oak tree, and in the base of this tree is a large opening and a sign that reads, "The Forest's Whisper." So, it's over to you.
Got me with a mouthful. We're looking for Rose de Jour.
That's right, yep.
So I am. Okay. I'll see if I can find a garden.
A guard, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's not really any like guards like that knocking about. It's, they feel safe enough. People are armed, like they might have like a sword on them or something like that. But yeah, there's not any guards specifically.
Okay. Is there any I don't know. I'll just go ask a random person and
Yeah.
see where that rose is.
Yeah. You come across an elf who's maybe, let's say, having a cup of tea or something outside this this tavern, and they say, "Oh, Rose. I think she's one of the bar staff inside."
Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome.
Right, I'm gonna go find Rose.
Yeah, you You do find her. She's busy cleaning tables in the tavern. So if you sort of go in, maybe ask behind the bar or something like that. She's cleaning a couple of tables. They sort of point her out, and yeah, I said she's cleaning. There's also on this place. There's like a separate area next to the tree, which is like unnaturally formed paddocks. So they've sort of got branches all woven together to make these like fences and stuff. And inside there is some horses and a place where you could leave your cart if you wanted to.
Probably best to leave it closed. Because the crates on it.
Is this a bar by any chance?
It is, yeah. Let me tell you a little bit about the bar. So it's formed into it's this large oak tree, as I said, and it's sort of formed into this cavernous space underneath it. Inside, the ceiling's about 100 feet up. Roots twist and wind their way down into the ground, but shaped and formed to form the bar, and stairway that leads to walkways above, but all part of the root system for the tree. I'll tell you about the upper section if you go there, but on the ground level it's well carpeted with spongy moss. Tables and chairs are made from deadfall of the forest. Nothing here has been sort of harmed in the creation of this place, really. Any of it.
Would the owner be around at all? The owner?
Yeah, the owner's around, yeah. It's
I'm going to have a chat with the owner, see about getting a gig for the night.
Okie dokie.
And, work up some pocket money by doing a bit of stand-up.
That's fine. I'm going to give you 2 seconds. I need to go and blow my nose desperately. Give me 2 secs.
So are we going all together in the tavern?
I don't know, it's a pub, so I thought I'd go in.
Yeah, I've just gone out to get the crates sorted.
You can come in if you want, but you know.
Right, sorry about that.
I was
Yes.
thinking, I think because it's the first time I'm here and it's such a beautiful town, I think I might go around and look around and see what I can, sightseeing.
Good
Yeah.
idea. Good idea. I'd just be going in the pub though, because that's more my métier.
Well, the pub owner or tavern owner is called Maynell. It's a female elf. She's got quite simple clothes on. She has dark hair all tied up in a tight bun and a round, pretty face.
Excellent. So, would you be after giving a comic from overseas a bit of a gig there to earn some coin? It's been an awful long journey. I've been sat in my butt for ages.
Yeah, she sort of stops what she's doing. Oh, yes, that'd be a lovely idea, actually. We haven't had any a bard in here for a couple of weeks now, so yes, I think you could do that, and I could send you get some coin your way.
Excellent. Well, I'll do the gig, and you can judge the performance and reward me suitably.
Oh, yes, I'm sure I could do that. No problem at all.
Excellent. Well, just you be giving us a shout when you want us to go on. In the meantime, I'll be working up some stage courage over in the corner there, over a pint of your finest.
Oh, okay. And she pours off. They don't have any Guinness, but they do have like this beautiful golden ale that just smells delightful, like full of fruit. And she pours you off a pint of that and hands it over to you. And
It's very cosmopolitan.
it's on the house, that one, actually, because well, like I said, I want you to get comfortable, and like I said, I'll sort you out some gold for your performance later on.
Excellent. I'll just be sat in the corner just going over my material for a little while and taking in the ambience.
That sounds like a delightful plan. I'll keep losing her accent.
What was her name again, sorry?
This is Maynell, Mahaenal.
Me. There we are. Just. Yeah, I'm going to approach Rose then.
Yeah.
I've got a letter on me for now.
Yeah. She, like I said, she's doing some bits and bobs, tidying up some tables and such. I'm trying to find Rose. She's a human woman. She is well dressed, sort of fine, sort of hoop style dress on, curly brown hair that sort of spills from under a wimple down her back, and she sort of sees you approaching, and she goes, "Are you okay there, my dear?"
Hello, me. We've come from somewhere.
We've all come from somewhere.
God. We definitely have. So I'm on orders from Alberta Celadon to bring you a parcel and this letter.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
pass the letter.
Yeah, she sort of opens it and reads it. She says, "Oh, right. Yeah. Ah, okay. Well, this isn't for me. It's for Elora. She is my... I serve as Elora's personal aide. But I also work here to, get myself a bit of coin. Unfortunately, being the personal aid, it's a good gig, but it doesn't provide me too much money. Elora is the leader of the. She is the leader of the Circle of Dreams here in the city. She's also the head of our council.
Oh, and where can I find her?
I believe you'll probably find her somewhere in the circle. If you go to the Circle of Dreams, and that's where she'll be. I would have thought.
And where would I find that? Pretend I haven't been here before.
Have you been here before?
No, I don't think I have.
No, that's fine.
It's too far from the coast.
That's fine. Yeah, she sort of like she'll just tell you, you just got to go follow the path through the forest, and it's just around to the. I'm going to guide you through it, tell you where it all is, and if you could deliver the package directly to Elora, that would be fantastic, and she'll, I'm sure, reward you for bringing her such a great thing. This is a lovely hamper from the governor. I'm sure she'll be very pleased to receive it from you.
Perfect. No, I'll take the letter back and head back out.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take the letter back off her if you want to, and then head out.
So yeah, I'll be headed to the Circle of Dreams. I don't if I'm going alone or not. Just go.
Is everyone going, or is it just?
I am kind of looking around the city. Is it a big city or is it a town?
Yeah, it's a city. It's a pretty big place, but it's like I say, everything's natural. There's no buildings as such.
So while he's in the tavern, I kind of look around the area just to see, to see what I can see from the place, but also to spot any places that they are good for hunting.
What, you mean hunting animals?
No.
Oh, right, okay. I mean, there's people all over the place.
I know, I'm just saying, like, when you have like corners or something, so I'm actually scanning the area just to see how it looks.
You could pull someone to, if you wanted to grab someone, you could. It's like being in a forest, but there are built like it's all the buildings are the trees. There's plenty of places you could pull someone into, like a bush or something like that.
Yeah, I don't want to do it now. It's just I'm just mapping the area so I know when I need to.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of opportunities for that. Oh, pardon me.
And then I go back if he's still there. I don't know how long this takes.
Yeah, I mean you can spend an hour if you want to walking around.
Yeah, and then I'll go back to the tavern to find the rest of them.
Yeah, Gottle's just in the corner chilling out. I don't know if Rodeo's rushing off to deliver this package or whether he's going to hang around for a minute.
I think Rodeo would just crack on with it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And what about...
Rodeo.
Yeah, you're going with Rodeo. That's cool. I've completely forgotten what your character's name is, Dan. It's completely gone out of my head.
Brennan? Green? No.
Oh.
Brennan.
I forgot.
Brennan. I got it.
Now
Brennan.
it's on the other campaign, isn't it?
Yes.
Brennan. Yeah, Brennan and Rodeo. You go off to the circle then. So it's a dreamy. When you sort of follow the directions, it's quite a dreamy grove, and it seems to be in a bit of a constant state of twilight. There's these fireflies again, just like flickering about, and here the music seems a little bit louder, but it's accompanied by like harps, but you can't see where they are. It just seems to be this music on the air. Beautiful and plump cushions, adorned beds, a sweet and soothing scent can be smelt on the air, and you just see that there's these people sort of chilling out on these benches, and there's attendants bringing wine and fruit, that sort of thing. If you have any ailments, they are soothed here. You just feel completely at peace. And when you enter into the grove, one of these attendants sort of greets you, and she's got this long orange, like auburn hair. Her ears are far longer than any elf you've seen before. Her skin's quite pale, yet has a slight golden glow to it. And she's garbed in autumnal leaves and clothes that are like browns and oranges. She has quite a pleasant smile and a kind face. And she says to you, "Greetings, I am Kidraste. I hail from the Autumn Council. I've not been here long, so please do forgive me. I'm still learning how Our Lady Elora does things here, but how may I be of assistance to you? We have 3 beds if you wish to rest and unburden yourself. We have a plentiful supply of fruits and wine."
We're looking for Laura herself. We've got a delivery.
Oh,
From the governor.
for the Lady Elora.
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Well, let me go and get her for you. Please have a seat. She gestures to one of these benches.
Is it a druidic circle? Would you know?
Yeah, no, it's all druidic. Yeah. It's a circle of dreams. This one. So she says, "I'll just go and get my Lady Elora. Could you both give me just a perception check?"
Oh, God.
I've boiled the kettle for you.
21 for
I'll
me.
do it in a minute. A 21.
I've got a passive of 15.
Okay. Well, you both notice this then. When Elora first appears, you notice that she's a regular-looking elven woman. Except as she moves closer, she's not quite as all as she appears. She wears that traditional sort of Morco hampe, adorned with flowers, but its sleeves are short, and she wears it open with like a slightly lower cut dress, and you can see her skin's almost silvery. She has these like patches of scales, and among her white hair protrudes these dragonborn-like horns. And her eyes also sort of glow like a faint blue. Definitely not the eyes of like any normal elf you've ever seen before. But she says to you, "Greetings, strangers. Welcome to my grove. I hear you have a delivery for me."
Yeah, so Governor Celadon sent us. I passed the envelope over.
Yeah, that's fine. She takes the envelope and I presume you've got the crate with you. And she sort of gestures, and some of the attendants sort of take it and store it away. She says to you, "Well, this is an unexpected surprise. I didn't think that I'd be receiving any gifts anytime soon."
We don't know what's in it. The governor just told us not to open it.
Oh, okay. Well, I look forward to. And she sort of peers over, and one of the attendants is taking out some like cheese and stuff like that. She says, "Ooh, looks like we might be having ourselves a little snack later."
Do you like a snack? Excuse me.
That's all right. She sort of looks at you both for a bit. And she says, "There's something about you." She sort of closes her eyes and holds out her hand in your sort of direction. "Tiefling, you are of the Fire Ashari, are you not?"
Yes, well observed. You know my people?
I know your people, yes. I have not ventured outside of the forest for a long time, but I have been to the Isle of the Elementals. You carry with you... She'll close her eyes again. A spirit. There's something about it. If you wish to know more of this bond you have, I sense there's a great deal more for you to be gained here. Perhaps join me later this evening and we can speak more of it in private, for I sense it is a sensitive subject. I may even call forth one of my kin to aid you in this matter if you'll allow it.
Sounds interesting. Yeah, I can. Where would you like to meet?
Come back to the circle this evening. I'll meet you here.
Okay.
And then she turns her attention to Rolio. You, human, you carry a great artifact. To which this big grin just stretched across her face. But there's more to it than perhaps you realise. You should seek out Phalar Taurus. He is the opposition leader, though in reality we are not truly rivals. I respect both the old ways and the new, for I am far more advanced in years than he. My eyes are far more open to the world. You may find him in the circle of the land, though I sense you may also wish to seek out the circle of the stars. It's a little way outside of the forest, just north. You'll find it on the lower slopes of the Jade Mountains. I think you'll find things there that may be of interest to you.
Thank you very much. You're very kind. I'll find out for you Taurus and find him or her.
This is a. Oh, sorry. Who him or her? Phalar. It's a man. He's a male.
Peter. Right, yeah, perfect. Rodeo just feels like he should bow, so he nods his head and takes a couple steps back.
Yeah, that's fine. And she bows to you both, and please stay as long as you like and partake in some of our offerings. I have things to do, but I will look forward to speaking to you again.
We'll see you soon.
Yes, see you soon. How about Opal and Gossel? What are you up to?
So when I go to the tavern, I'm like, oh, where are the other ones?
Where are the other? Oh, where Rolio and
To
Brennan.
Grothel, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they buggered off, so they did. Left me here nursing a pint. It's a terrible thing to be drinking alone. So it is.
Drink a bit of a pint too. I can
What?
join you. I can join you and I can drink some pint too.
Excellent. Well, let's see if we can get another one lined up there. And while I've been drinking my pint, would I have come across any bits of gossip or anything that might be interesting in the bar there?
Not especially, no. It's all quite... I mean, it's quite quiet anyway. It's sort of like a lunchtime. People aren't really in here like that. It's not like your regular city pub, you know?
Well, it was always worth an ask. You know, you keep your ears open as a bard.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good source of material, if nothing else.
Yeah, no, it's quite quiet.
I went around the city a little bit, and it's actually very pretty. So yeah, I don't know if you want to go and find the rest of the other two. I don't know if do you know where they went?
You know, I don't think they actually told me. I think they just went off on the quiet while I was sat across to the corner here with my beer. I was writing my stuff for a gig later tonight. I was hoping to earn enough to keep us in accommodations for the night, you see.
Okay. Did you know? Because we did. Did you know if they found this Rosie that we were looking for?
I think they were chatting to somebody over by the tables over there, but she's gone now, I think.
Okay. Interesting.
If not, it'd be the damn cleanest table in the world because she's been cleaning it for about 3 hours.
Yeah, no, she's busy in herself. You know, like going off behind the bar and doing stuff, and then coming back out and doing something else.
So just if she's there, like if you show me there, I'm going close. I'm like, hi, I believe you met our friend.
Hello. Yes, I did. Yes. How
Do you
can I
know
help
where
you?
they? I was just wondering because I was out in the city and I was walking around. It was really lovely, and I was wondering if you know where they are, so we can go and meet them.
Yes,
Because if we are too far away, I kind of feel lonely.
I sent them down to the Circle of Dreams to meet the Lady Elora.
What is that?
It's a grove where Our Lady, she's the leader of our word, our political party, let's say. Because it's not the word I'm looking for, but it's the word I'm going to use, or words I'm going to use. She runs our council, and well, I mean, she's quite splendid.
Oh, interesting. Where is that? So I can go and find them.
Yeah, she'll explain to you like where it is in the city, and you can make your way there.
Oh, come on, let's go. Are you coming with me? Not to Rosie, sorry, to Gothel.
Yeah,
Gothel.
that's fine.
I don't know quite what time I'll be doing this gig, you see, so I suppose I could ask what time they want us down there.
Yeah, if you go back to the bar, they'll sort of go, oh, you could do it this evening if you like. Wait for the sun to go down, whether it gets a bit busier.
Right, so we'll do that then. Right, okay, off I'll go for a little bit, but we'll be back for the evening if we can. If we're a little bit late, just keep the audience warm for me. Gas Mark 7 should do it.
Yeah, like look, this city is very pretty. Let's go and see, because it will be nice to look around. And grove, I haven't been to a grove before.
Yeah, you head down there, and it's much like I just said to the others who it's like it's in sort of like a constant state of twilight. It's again really pretty. There's these attendants sort of serving people. There's an evil grin on your face.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Who?
Looks like you're planning something. You're breaking up
She's
there.
really sorry.
That's
Can
all
you
right.
hear me now?
Yeah.
So she's really impressed by the whole city. She hasn't seen something like that before. And if the grove is the way you describe it, she's literally like a little child. It's like, oh my God, how pretty! Oh,
Yeah.
woo.
Yeah, it is. It's like I say,
Because I'm also fed, so I'm not hungry or anything. So it's like really excited to see the place.
well, it's like I said, it's this really dreamy. I mean, it's a circle of dreams. It's supposed to be like this really relaxing place that any of your burdens are shed off, and yeah. But if you want to be served by one of these attendants, you can just take a bench, and they'll bring you whatever you fancy.
Well, first of all, we are looking where Brennan and Rollo is.
Yeah, I don't know where they are. They can tell you where they are.
Yeah, I'll just be sat on the bench. I'll be drinking something, whatever.
Yeah,
Herbal juices.
So if I see you, I'm like, oh, come on, Gotl. I see them. Let's go. And you see her like, you haven't seen Opal like that so much before. You only saw her like that when she was like, she ate somebody. But you see a different side of Opal, like this childish, happy little girl that she's like coming to you, like jumping around, like, oh my God, look, hello, it's so pretty. Can you imagine if you live here?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's all right.
And all
Yeah,
these
really is still
pictures
not.
are so beautiful.
Yeah, So you decided to join us.
Yes,
Then?
I just went around the area a little bit just to have a look and admire the scenery. And then when I came back, you were not there, so we asked and we came here.
We had a mission to do, remember?
What mission? Yes, did you find Rosie?
Yeah, it's all done. We're all done. Yeah.
You don't need to be grumpy with me. I just went around and you just left. You didn't say anything.
But it just goes back to his drink.
Cool. Yeah. I don't really know what you want to do. Really, it's up to you.
No, I'm probably going to go to Circle of the Land in a bit. Do Circle of the Stars tonight when everyone's doing their own thing.
Yeah. That's fine.
So I would like to, like, if they have drinks and stuff, I would like to have something. And then I'm also asking Rollo and Brennan, how was the letter and everything, what happened.
Yeah, we met Elora. She's the actual one we're supposed to give the parcel to.
Oh, was it not Rosie then? Who is Elora?
Elora's the boss lady around here. She's quite nice. And she gave us some information for me and Brennan specifically, to be fair. I think we should get everyone to meet her. She seems to have insightfulness. Is she around? Can I see her?
She's not sort of like visible at the moment. She's gone off somewhere else to do something, but you could have her summoned if you wanted to.
What do you mean she's insightful?
She just looked at us and gave us our own little insight into what we're doing personally, rather. It was weird. It was very weird. I'm more curious.
You see Opal starts like showing her nails, like, do you think it will be safe for me if she sees me?
The trees deemed you safe, the tree spirit, so she will as well, I suppose. I'm gonna see if I can not beckon her, but ask if she can join us again.
Yeah, you.
If she tries to harm me, are you going to help me? Because you see she's afraid because, usually she's hiding from people, or
Yeah.
so she's a bit worried that if she's insightful, then
Yeah. No. Well, she is summoned and she reappears and says, "Oh,
I'm kind of hiding, like holding you, hiding behind Rollo.
you have friends with you."
Yes.
Very
And this
good.
is Opal and Cottle.
Opal and Gottle. Well, nice to meet you, Opal and Gottle.
Well, hello there. And who might you be?
I am Elora. I am the leader of our council here in Oro Farne, the leader of the Circle of Dreams. That is who I am.
Did you say she's a dragonborn, or does she look something between a dragonborn and an elf?
She looks elvish, but she's got like this almost silvery skin with like patches of scales, and like these two. She's got long white hair with these two horns, sort of in amongst the hair. So,
Or did you say she looks elvish?
she looks elvish, but she has these sort of like draconic features about her.
Oh, thank you very much.
What?
I know that was lost on me too.
Never mind.
You see Opal, like, she's
Bottle has
her
left the
eyes.
building.
Mic drop.
What? Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, Dan got the weak attempt at a joke I made.
Oh well.
You can see Opal, like, when she comes over, she's opening her eyes like that, and she's like, oh, and you can see that she's really mesmerized by that what
Yeah.
she sees, and um, so what are you?
My child. Very forward of you. I appear this way, but it's more pleasing to people. But my true form is that of a dragon.
You are a dragon! Oh my god! Like literally, she's melting. Opal is melting.
Perhaps one day maybe one day you'll get to, you know, see my true form. But I do prefer to stay in this form just to, like I say, it's easier. But I really admire the people here. There's something about elves and such magical creatures.
Be my friend.
You would like to be my friend?
Yes. You're the most majestic creature I've ever seen. And her eyes, you know, when you see in the cartoons that the eyes become really big
Yeah,
and all black, like,
yeah. So you're too kind, my dear. You are too kind. But perhaps one day. But I tend to stay like this. It's easier.
she's like, yeah, like that.
Is there anything else I can do to help you? You've brought me this lovely gift.
Oh no, I just thought I'd introduce you to the whole gabble while we're here.
Very thoughtful of you.
Where is what's the quickest way to the circle of land?
Circle of Land is in the centre of Oro Farne. Just head towards the middle and you'll find it.
Okay. Well, thank you again. He bows his head.
And she bows back to you.
For not judging me and being afraid of me.
Pardon me. Say it again, Baina.
Thank you for not judging me and being afraid of me.
Oh, my child, why would I judge you? Why would I be afraid of you?
Because people don't understand.
Believe me, I know what you are. I can sense it upon you. And I've met many of your kind. I have nothing to fear from you. If there was anything to fear, you wouldn't be here.
That's what I said.
Thank you for accepting me.
You're very welcome, and you're welcome here any time.
Right. So I'm going to turn to the others. And so I've got to go meet this guy at the circle of land. It's to do with the dagger, but I don't expect anyone to come with me. But I'm going to head over there.
Are you going by yourself? Are you sure it's safe?
We are 100% safe here. Especially me and Brennan. These are our people, I believe.
We can always accompany you and not
Yeah,
be with
I'm
you.
just.
It's
Yeah.
just
You can come if you want. So yeah, better your heads up. Hold the bots for all that.
I didn't catch that, Dan, sorry. What have I got?
Oh,
I'm not hearing Dan either.
yeah, me neither.
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
why.
I'm trying to figure out why I've got a message from you, Corbs, but it's appearing in Dan's channel.
Yeah, I was messaging Dan.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't realise
Well,
that. I thought that was just a channel for me to drop messages to you guys. There we are, never mind. So Rolio's off to the Circle of the Land.
Are we going with him, or
You can go with him if you like.
what about the rest of the group? Brennan, Gotl, are we going with Rollo?
No, I think he's quite happy going on his own there. I think, I'm sure he'll fill us in on whatever goes on there if he needs to do, but it seems like it's quite a druidy kind of thing to be doing, I'm not all that bothered about the dark druidic arts to be finding out the dark stuff,
Seems like quite a personal thing that he must do, and would appreciate a bit of privacy.
Okay. So
If he'd
you
have
kind of,
wanted a bit of
you're
help
kind,
out of...
Rollo, you're kind of my father figure. So she's like, okay, you can go by yourself. Are you sure you don't want me to hide?
What? She following me? Is she?
No, I'm not. If you say no, I'm not. It's just she's literally asking again. Are you sure you don't want me to come with you and hide?
No. I'll be fine. I'm fine.
Well, the Circle of Land is this almost like a meeting place in the middle of the city, really, and it opens up here, and there's there's like these stone benches surrounding this like a pond, and in the pond is a big, like a statue almost of this like androgynous sort of like being, and it's got these symbols etched onto it, and there just seems to be people sort of sitting and sort of maybe making a prayer or something like that, or in contemplation surrounding this pond. It's got like a slight glow to it as well. Like the water seems to have like a little bluey sort of glow about it. Unlike the Circle of Dreams, there's no attendance. It's not like there's anyone's going to come and serve you. But I said there seems to be people just sat in contemplation.
I'm gonna find one that isn't praying or meditating,
Yeah,
and ask for Faye Laurie to us.
Phalar.
Fayla, sorry.
Yeah, they'll point him out. Let me just get his description. They'll point him out, and he is a male elf. He speaks with quite a commanding sort of tone, but he's got the long sort of kimono-y type thing, all embroidered, and he's got the image of a green dragon embroidered on it. He's got quite short hair that's white, like a scar on the left side of his head, and part of his left ear tip is missing. Yeah, if you approach him, he sort of looks up at you and gently nods. He doesn't know who you are or what you want, but he's appreciating that someone's coming to sit next to him, I guess.
Okay. Are you Fayla?
I am Phalar, yes.
Perfect. I was sent here by Elora.
Oh, the Lady Elora, yes.
Yes. Yeah. So she said you'd be able to help me with this, and then he makes pics disappear.
And he sort of looks at your blade, and it is a fine blade. Where did you find it?
It was part of like my captain that was on my ship. He had a star chart, and I read it and I found it on a chest. After the star chart led us to this chest, and then and the dagger kept calling to me, and then it was mine. Well, I say mine. I can't get rid of it.
Oh, I see. Well, certainly a fine blade with an interesting story behind it.
It sort of talks to me.
It talks to you.
Yes.
What does it say?
It says it needs more, and more 3 times.
It needs more.
Yes.
More what?
I don't know. It was saying his name to begin with, but it stopped saying his name. It just keeps saying I need more. After it found another shard.
Its
It
name.
just melded.
What?
It's Pixis.
Pixis. And that's when he just stops. It sort of stands up and sort of brings you to one side. Do you know what this statue depicts? Do you know who
Look
Pixis
at this
is?
No. Funny enough.
Pixis is, or was, a god. What we would have called a creator. They shaped the very world. They were a race of beings, and they shaped the world, and when they were finished, they... I don't know what the right word would be, but they brought into existence the gods that we know now. Something happened. This Pixis stopped talking to us after a while. We no longer heard their prayers. Or their answers to our prayers, I should say.
He's talking a lot now. Well, I say a lot. 3 words.
Is it?
Can I hear him now?
Yeah, it's just gently sort of, if you try and talk to it, it would just sort of say, Pixis, I feel home.
I'll relay that to Fela.
Yeah.
That's the first time he said that.
And he feels, you say that to him, he's like, home? This is very strange. Very strange indeed. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you want to sit down with him, there's a whole load of... he'll tell you all about the creators, and they were a race of beings that, let's say, shaped the world and brought everything into existence. And Pixis was the one who brought the elves from the Fae, found tens and tens of thousands of years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He led the way for them to get here.
I asked if you've seen any shards that look like the sword. It's a sword now, not a dagger.
I haven't. I never knew that was even a thing.
It seems to get quite excited around them and melts with the other shards.
Oh.
I've just got a feeling I've got to collect more.
Well, that certainly does sound like your quest to find more, and if this is indeed something to do with the Lord Pixis, then that is exciting news.
I will keep you updated on that.
Please do.
Then I'm gonna try pointing the sword at the statue, not in a threatening way, just nonchalantly.
Yeah, you do it, and it kind of almost like hums with power, and you just hear it in your head, just like Pixis, home.
So yeah, okay. So I'll sit and chat with Fela for a bit then.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that'll be just find out as much as I can. Yeah. So Oro Farne.
Cool. So that's Rolio. What's everyone else up to?
I'm just with the rest of the group, and I don't know if we are staying where we are, and then we go back to the pub.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it late enough for me to meet with Elora yet?
Yeah, I mean, if there's not really any other bits you want to do for the moment, we'll sort of skip ahead a little bit. Gottel can begin his set if he wants to in a moment. But yeah, you can go back and speak to Elora if you wish.
Yeah.
I'll head to Circle of Stars as well when everyone else is done.
You're off to the Circle of Stars. Okay, that's fine. So let's do. So we're going. Brennan's going to Elora. So you arrive back at the the Circle of Dreams, and she's sort of just seeing some people are sort of leaving, and she's just kind of like attending to them, and she sees you emerge and into the circle, and she beckons you over and to take a seat. Pardon me.
Hello, my lady. I was intrigued by what you had to say earlier, and yeah.
Yes, there's this fire spirit. You have a spirit with you, do you not?
I do, but he mainly keeps to himself for the minute.
I just sensed something about it. It seems to. It's not like any other elemental. It almost has a deeper connection to you. Do you know anything about it in that regard?
Well, I know that it is considered an honor among my people to be chosen by the spirit, and nobody was more surprised than myself when it came to me.
I feel there are answers, but unfortunately, I haven't had time to summon one of the other druids who deals with matters of fire. But I do know in the there's another we to the north there is another forest called Parfed Helen. Perhaps there one of my colleagues might be able to discover more about it. Have you what do they call it now? Have you undergone the Aramante?
Not personally, no.
I think that you should. But to do so, you would have to return to the Isle of the Elements. There is definitely something about this spirit. I could try and... Can you summon it? I don't know how this works.
I can. I'm often reluctant to with restrictions on magic. I don't know how people often view him, but
Well,
sure.
let me tell you, in Oro Farne, I don't know what you know about this place, but we're split into sort of two groups. The loyalists, which is myself, and the traditionalists. Now, the loyalists, we are much more open, much more, in line with the world. We stick to the laws, the rules. The traditionalists believe that we shouldn't be governed with magic. We should go back to the way before the convergence happened. And you'll find in Oro Farne you can get away with a lot more than what you could elsewhere. We have an understanding, especially with the government at Porthbury, we have an understanding where we are allowed to practice magic a little more freely than others. So feel free, you don't need to worry yourself too much.
Well, that is comforting. Okay. And I sort of summon Kai, sort of forms out of my chest a bit and then floats in midair.
And she sort of, like she's done with the rest of you, she sort of closes her eyes and just holds her hand out to it. Yes. I get a very deep feeling that this element is more than just... This elemental is more than just an elemental, and you were meant to have this. If you wish, and your friends can go with you, I can have you sent to the Isle of Elementals, to the fire element, to the Island of Fire, where you could undertake your Aramante when you're ready to, and I think it will unlock more about this elemental. It's definitely got a deep connection to you. And she smiles, sort of chuckles to herself. He likes it when you talk to him.
Yeah,
You should talk more.
he does talk back some.
You
He's a
should.
bit of a cheeky shit.
I'm sure. I do get that feeling from the spirit. Talk to him. He likes it. But you may put him away now if you wish.
Okay. I zip up my trousers.
I was going to say I was getting a George Michael in the public loo sort of feeling of this conversation.
Oh,
Someone's taking a D4.
thank you, my lady, for the information. It's certainly something to think on. I will admit I hadn't really considered undertaking Aramente since my brother was lost during his, sort of put a damp on the whole procedure. So I will think about it and confer with my traveling companions.
I think it would be wise to do so.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're
And,
most
yeah,
welcome.
let's sort of graciously depart.
Yeah, absolutely. She just bows and goes off to do something else.
Bye.
Let's do Gottel and his stand-up.
There. Really returned to the pub just in time to hear the last dregs of my comedy set, which has all been focused on gingers.
Right, okay.
So, you see. What do gingers and extinct dinosaurs have in common?
And you sort of, there's some puzzled sort of looking people in the crowd, but and quite a crowd has assembled. They haven't had a comic for some time, and one of them calls out, "I don't know, what is it?"
Not enough. How do you cure ginger?
And people go sort of shrugging their shoulders and sort of chuckling in anticipation.
Chemotherapy.
So a few people sort of go, "Oh my god."
And what do gingers look forward to later on in life?
There's a very angry looking dwarf sat sort of towards the back, and he's sort of eyeing you like really like intently with a big ginger beard.
Grey hair.
You hear this mug just gets slammed down. This guy storms off.
What's the difference between a ginger and a vegetable?
Dunno.
One's brain dead and the other one's good for you.
Oh god. How many D4s of damage can people take in this?
Last one. How many ginger people does it take to change a light bulb?
Dunno. Go on.
None. It's best if they just sit in the dark.
And the bar erupts raucous laughter. Everyone's standing ovation. And what was her name? I can't remember her name now. The lady. Bainal. She sort of comes up to the stage and says, here's some gold for you. And she hands over a little bag and it contains 10 gold. And she says, you should come back again tomorrow if you're around. I think people seem to enjoy that, and you've certainly filled my coffers.
Excellent. A little bit of pocket money's always good. Well, let's see what the gang's all up to. But if we're around, I'll pass by. That beer of yours was quite nice. So it was.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Yes, we make it all here, and we do have rooms if you're needing then somewhere to stay. I can do them at a discounted rate for you. We could do it at 2 gold a person if you like.
2 gold a person, so that'd be 1 for the girl, 1 for the druid, 1 for the other druid. And I'm not really a person, am I? More of a walking tea urn. So that'd be 6 gold then, wouldn't it?
Yes, that would be right if you don't need to sleep then.
Well, I can just stand in the corner and hold people's umbrellas, you know what I mean?
If that's what you want to do, then by all means.
Excellent, well, there you go. So 6 gold then, yes.
If you wouldn't mind. I tell you what.
Right.
I tell you what we'll do. I've just paid you 10 gold. How about I for this evening I'll give you the rooms for free.
Well, that's exceptionally kind of you. Exceptionally kind. Just for that, I'll do some other jokes than ginger jokes tomorrow, and then that dwarf might drink a bit more. How's that?
That sounds absolutely fine. The rooms are like there's a stairway, and it's kind of like just parts of the root system of the tree, like all just sort of folded over themselves to make this sort of stairway that leads up, and it's sort of like all these. You see like all these walkways above you, and they're all like almost like the roots of the tree, which make this flooring. And then within the sort of walls of the tree, there are like openings, almost like something like a woodpecker's made or something like that, you know. And there's curtains across, and inside they're all done out quite nice. They're like little sleeping pods, basically. They're all done out with these nice cushions and blankets and such. But they're at your disposal when you want them, and people just go in and pull the curtain across and sleep.
I should just point out that I was a ginger before all the colour ran out of my hair.
That's okay. It's not me.
Just in case anyone might be a little bit worried about picking on gingers. Because only a ginger can call another ginger.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. Yeah, no, that's cool. Hopefully we've still got a few listeners by this point in the podcast. So what's everyone up to then?
I'm at the Circle of Stars again.
Yeah, I mean, the Circle of Stars, like I said, it's outside of the city, so it's going to take you about an hour or so to walk there. You kind of go out through the forest, and you leave the the identifiable part of the city, and you leave out there and head towards just follow the little pathway, the little road to the base of the Jade Mountains, basically. I'm just finding where I've put the Circle of Stars. Druid Circle. There we are. So it's not actually in Oro Farne. It's about a mile outside the city. So yeah, you take about an hour. And it's a place where basically you're there when you come across a set of like standing stones, and they're all kind of like on this little. You go up the side of up the slopes into the base of the mountains, and it opens up, and you can see right out over the top of the forest, and you've got this perfect view of the night sky. And there's all these, like I said, these standing stones. They're each carved with constellations, and in the night, as it's night time, they sort of glow with this brilliant starlight. And there is what you find to be. I wonder if you would have come across this before. I think you're quite well travelled, isn't Rolio, really?
Shore-wise, yeah.
Yeah, so I think you would have come across from the Isle of the Elementals, basically. This is an air ganassi, and she's sort of introduced herself to you. She's Orena, is her name. She's got this deep blue skin, long black hair, and she wears like a dress that's covered in moons and stars. And she says to you, "Greetings, traveller. I have not had the pleasure of your company here before. Tell me, what brings you to the Circle of Stars?"
I'm always drawn to the Circle of Stars. My name's Rolio.
Pleasure to meet you,
Yeah.
Rolio.
And I pull out my star map to show that I'm a druid of the stars.
Oh, excellent. A fellow druid, a studier of the stars. Excellent.
Yes. So I came to study, I guess. I was told to come here by Elora. She said,
Elora sent you. Oh, excellent. So you've come to learn more about our circle here. Where did you study?
College of the Leaf. I've got it written down in my prayer thing, but I haven't got that. It was definitely
Excellent.
College of the Leaf, though.
Excellent. Yes, I've never been myself. I came here as a young girl from the Isle of the Elementals, and I've spent my entire life in Oro Farne just studying here.
It's very pretty.
It's much freer here. We are not as restricted as other places.
I've noticed that, to be fair. I'm going to sit down with her,
She
have a look around at the start.
Yeah, she sort of sits with you and looks through your book of stars and sort of points out constellations. And she says, "This one, I think this one might be of particular interest to you. It is the Traveller." And she points out a constellation. And then she sort of points to one of the standing stones, and they're not like huge stones. They're like 2-3 feet, in total. Like a granite sort of rock, basically sticking up, but it's got that inscription or that thing on it. This is the Traveller, Helm. Traditionally, he's a protector, but those who have long journeys often give him an offering for protection on the road. So if you'd like to make him an offering, maybe say a little prayer, I'm sure that he would grant you some protection on your travels.
I'll do that. I'll pull out one of the pages on my book where I would have seen the Traveller constellation from my hometown and offer that.
And as you sort of make the offering, you sort of place it at the base of this stone. Each of them got these little bowls. You place it there, and it seems to glow that little bit brighter. You can have. Let me roll you a d4. In fact, you can roll a d4. Roll a d4.
I rolled my new dice that you got me,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a 4. Do you want a picture?
No, that's perfect. So for 4 days, the Traveller grants you a +1 bonus to your AC
Nice.
for while you're travelling.
Happy with that. I will spend about an hour or so just marking down my map.
Yeah, absolutely. She's sort of there pointing out, you've got the archer, there's the mage, the warrior, the poet, the knight. Sort of points them all out and sort of sees this. It looks to see if you have them in your book and sort of explains each of them.
I will show her my star for all 3 of them: the archer, the chalice, and the dragon.
Right.
So I transform in front of her, like all my clothes, all theirs, and every one of them, the constellations just move and change to each one to match the form
Perfect.
on that.
She's very, very excited to see it. Where did you? What? I'm trying to think of what to say. Elora sent you here, but was there a reason she sent you, or just because
No,
she thought it might be of interest?
Yeah, it was basically just thought it would be of interest to me, and I should find something here.
Find something. Interesting. Okay. Well, I think you found something. Just made an offering to the Traveller.
Yes. I'm gonna try it. I'll just pull out the sword, pull out Vix's, see if he reacts.
It doesn't really. No,
No.
It just has that a warm feeling to it, like it's happy, it's content. She
Like
doesn't.
sort of fun.
She doesn't know what it is. She's
Yeah.
just sort of like, oh, that's a fancy looking sword.
Yeah, it's a talking sword. I'll quickly dismiss it. Yeah, and then I'll just sit and meditate and grab my drawings again.
Cool. Okay. As you meditate here, you kind of feel pulled to a constellation, but it's not one that you're familiar with. And Arena will, as you're sort of focusing on this, she is doing different activities, and she sort of comes back and I get a feeling that you're you're compelled to seek answers to something.
Yeah, I lost my crew, my friends.
Yes, I did. As you're meditating, the stars seem to be aligned a little differently today. I feel with you here a connection to the plane of oceans. I think that's. I might be wrong. I think it might be the plane of water. I can't remember. But I feel a strange connection to that plane. But I can't do. I'm not. I mean, I'm not powerful enough. Perhaps you could seek out somebody of the water ganassi over at the Isle of the Elementals at some point. I mean, if you can go there, they might be able to help you with whatever you've lost. But I do feel that connection between you and that plane, and you here with me now. I don't know, the magic just feels different.
Okay. I ask her what the constellation is that I've been drawn to.
It's kind of like it's that of like a ship. It's almost like, again, it's similar to the Traveller, but it's like a constellation, which is the sort of things that people of the sea would sort of maybe make an offering to in the hope that it will bring them good fortune or something, you know?
Yeah. Okay. The ship. Makes sense. And that, yeah, I'll thank her, and then I'll finish up my star map, and then I'll back to the bar.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. And you might get back in time to, well, probably not, but you might get back in time to hear Gottle attacking the gingers.
I'll go get myself some Auburn beer and join the crew.
Yeah, absolutely.
How, did everyone get what they wanted?
Yeah, well, we got free board and lodgings here, so, well, you have. You flashbacks that need sleep anyway.
What do you do at
This
night,
place
Gottle?
is
What was that, Brennan?
this place is just very invigorating, you know.
Feels like home, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm going to carry on
Yes,
with my drink.
good question. What does Gottle do?
What does Gottle do? Well, I just sort of follow the party around, making the odd joke and stabbing things with a sword, that kind of thing.
No. At night time, when we're sleeping.
Oh, right, sorry. Oh, I thought you meant in general for shits and giggles, No, I kind of just sort of power down a little bit and just sort of, let the springs just relax a little and sort of drift off into a little bit of a reverie. But I'm still awake and everything, I don't need sleep. Just need to wind up the old springs and cogs and things and make sure they're all okay, and then good to go the next day.
So it is like a rest. We've already had a conversation about him dreaming.
Yes, he does have the odd alcohol-induced dream state, but that's another thing. He does.
Brennan, did you get the answers you were looking for?
I'm not even sure of the question I was looking for, but I've certainly got a lot to think about. Are you aware of the concept of an aramente?
It's what the more Fey druids do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of a rite of passage,
Yes.
a coming of age sort of thing for the Ashari folk, and once we have undertaken it, we are sort of permitted to take higher roles within our culture, but it is something that is dangerous and should only be undertaken if you are skilled and serious about it. But Laura kind of sort of recommended that maybe I should do it. And
You are a little bit of
offered
a
me,
badass. So I don't see why not.
well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. She says that we could all arrive there via magical means of some sort. So I don't know
Where,
if you guys could accompany me
arrive where? So
back to Pyra, where I'm from, the Isles of the Ashari folk.
the elementals.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to go there too. So yeah.
Oh, that's good. You know,
I have to keep
she
a line.
offers quick ways there. I don't know if she offers a quick way back as well. So we should clear up anything we have to do here if we intend to go there. But
The only thing I've got to clear is debt, so I'm not too worried about that. Maybe we
what about
should.
the other two? Are you open to the concept of visiting my home?
I definitely
Or we
am.
could just go.
Wherever you lead, we'll follow, I'm sure, as long as there's beer at the end of it.
We can always take
Certainly
it.
something. Yeah. We have
We
a
could
bit more of
always
a kick
take
to our
beer. Now,
alcohol.
that's an idea.
All right. Well, if there's no other conversations to be had, I will assume that apart from Gottel, you all settle down into your cubby holes.
Yes. I'll go to bed.
Yeah.
Excellent. And you all have a pleasant night's rest. You all dream of nice things. There's no. It's just the sort of place where you're so at ease. And yeah, you wake up in the morning. Breakfast has been supplied, and you can go about whatever it is you fancy doing. Really. I'm thinking. I said to you at the start, I might say let's leave it there for today. I'm absolutely shattered after yesterday. And we can sort of plan ahead how you want to go with where you want to go. We're an hour
crossroads.
finished an hour early, but like I said, it's
It's been a couple of days.
I'm exhausted. Really,
Yeah, that's fine.
absolutely exhausted. But yeah, have a little think about what you want to do next, and let me know whether you want to go back to Oro Farne, whether you want to go to this Isle of the Elementals. And Dan, we're going to have to figure out how we do this Aramante.
Yeah.
I need to read up some more on it.
Yeah. I don't really know much about them. So we'll find that out.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be good. All right, guys. Well, look, thank you for playing. I'm sorry I cut it a little bit
Thank
short,
you.
but like I said, I can
Okay, don't
barely keep my
worry.
eyes open. All right, then, guys. Well, have a nice evening, and I shall see you all again for this one in a fortnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, guys. Have a nice
See you
evening.
later.
Yeah. See
See
you
you
later.
later. Bye bye.